Alright, hey, I'm going to do some more blushing. I went ahead and took out all that blush I did yesterday because it was getting old and junky, and also when I put it on the baby it was leaving little white spots, and I'm not quite sure where that came from. I'm thinking maybe it was the very light magenta that I had, so I mixed up some new. I took Genesis Thick Red, the deepest magenta I have, which is, it's 02, I think, 04. It's 04, I'm sorry. I took magenta 04 and some red and some, what is that? Crimson, I think it's called crimson, and some ethnic lip blush nails. And I made this really pretty carnation pink, which is pretty much normal what I make for my babies. I tried to do the darker and I didn't like it, so that's okay. We all try something new. Anyway, didn't like it, so we are going back to this. And I have Maeve. I'm gonna do Maeve real quick. I had to put another coat of prime on Elijah because after a while his vinyl started to get a little shiny and I couldn't get the paint to stick to his face, so he's done. So I will be blushing him too, but not on camera. But I wanted to show you guys blushing one more time before we move on here. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your mix. Make sure you have your brushes to sponge it off, and you're going to need a small brush to bounce it on. So, oh wait, this is the one from yesterday. I probably should clean it. I don't have that residue in there. So I'm going to do fingertip here does not want to stay color. Okay, so I'm going to go in there. And go around the nails. So I'm going to go top of the nail. This is a dry brush I'm patting. It's not too bad, is it? Let's see, guys. So, you'll want to make sure you're patting it down. So you're gonna check your work to make sure there's no extra anywhere that you don't want it, and you want to make sure you get it pounced down so it's blended well. So, and I noticed sometimes spots like their little pinkies won't take paint, so I may have to go back with some primer and put on there. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to be wanting to hold paint right there. And then we're going to put some on the thumb. And on the hand. And in the wrist folds. Oh gosh, you scared me, my dog. And I'm also going to let it dry and double check to make sure that there's no white forming in the seams, little creases. Okay. And doing the little knuckles. It looks good so far. Oops. I almost forgot the rest of it. So we're going to keep our paint going here. We're going to put some on the elbows. And try not to grab the there. Some in the armpits, arm creases. Next. Okay. Some pinkies. See, can you guys tell the difference? It's getting there. So, alright. The tips here, fingertips. And I avoid the nail. I mean, you can put a little bit on there. It won't be that big of a deal, but I try to avoid it since we did all that hard work with the purple paint on there. If a little bit gets on there, it's not going to hurt anything. Go inside of the hand. I love open hand babies. They really are cute. Very detailed baby. Outside of the hand. Thumb. And the wrist creases. I'm gonna put a little bit on the knuckles. And I'm going to go ahead and blush the top of the hand here, where those little wrinkles are. And we're going to do armpit again. And normally there's little creases there. You could do those. I like really rashy blushed babies. So. Okay, now the toes. Go all the way around. And I do the whole toe. The whole toe. I like little pink toes. I'm going to go just a little bit here too, where the wrinkles are. Just a minute, guys. I want to make sure I get all the way around. Again, just be mindful of the toenails. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure everything's blended and you can still see your details that you worked hard for. This big toe pad here. Underneath the toes, bottom of the foot. I mean, there's just, I've seen all done different ways as far as the little the soles of the feet. So, I mean, if you want to do more right in there or wherever, you just go ahead and do it. Whatever looks good to you. Just the top of the foot there where those wrinkles are. The ankle. Both ankles. Heel. To footsie. And do it across the ankle. Those little wrinkly spots. She's got some up on here, so I'm going to put this a little higher. Wipe out your creases, because you want to keep those clean always. So as you can see, the blushing is coming along, and every now and then, if you want to change out your colors, you're welcome to do it. Gives it just a little bit more depth if you use different colors anyway, so no worries. We're just going to randomly put on her thigh here. Okay, so that one's done. Now we're going to do her other feet. Okay, so we're going to do the whole toe. The whole toe. Oh, my dog. Can you give me just a minute? Oh, silly puppy wants to play. We've had deer every morning. All summer long. We still come out there. I like to aggravate my dogs. Poor things. My poor dogs. Let me open the door. She wants to go play on the porch. So give me just a second. I'm back. Okay, so I've got... Oh, my foot's stuck. Okay, so I've got the toes. And we're going to do that little fat toe pad there. We're going to go up underneath the toes. And along the edge. And the heel. That was a lot on it. Okay. Alright, I'm spreading this around since I seem to get quite a bit on there. I got a little... I got a little generous there, so I'm going to kind of tap it out here, pounce it out here. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. So now the knee. See what I mean? I just get kind of crazy. Hang on a second. Ooh, let's not put so much on there. Now they should be fairly close in color when you look at them. Make sure you look over it before or after it dries, just to make sure it's not got that white gunk. And this one does. I don't understand. Maybe it's the magenta that's doing. I don't know. Seems like I can brush it out fairly easy, but it's not too bad. It was just on one finger. Sure what that is. Huh. Weird. That has to do something with the modeling. It's not horrible, I guess. It's just I want it perfect. It won't ever be perfect. It would be nice if it was close, right? I'm just checking the coloring. This one needs to be darker. And basically I'm just comparing both limbs to each other to make sure they have the same level of brightness as far as the blush goes. In case you're wondering, so what are you doing? That would be that. Okay, cool. Limbs are done. Let's do the face. Alright, let's do her face. She's so cute. Alright, here we go. It's too cuteness. Okay, so you cannot see what I did. Well, let's just crazy me. Okay, whoa, don't you dare. Okay, so I'm concentrating more on kind of below. And you can like pounce at it. Now with the blushing, it's kind of fun because you can make different areas to blush, kind of give it a different character, I guess, characteristic. Usually always try to put a little bit on their top lip. There. Get some here. She got some chunky rolls, so we're gonna make her kind of pink in there. And it goes pink under her jowl and under her ear. Just to give her a little bit more color. And I'll put some back here. Because when I'm doing hair, it's still going to show the back of her neck. And it just looks weird if it doesn't have any color on it. Sorry about that. Let the dog in. Okay, so I'm going to do some right in here. And the reason I do that is this is the temple area where her hair goes, and it just kind of gives it a little extra color. So it's not just hair and then bare skin. Just a little bit of color to break it up. Okay, and then I'm going to put... I like that. I'm going to add just a little bit of color over here. I like the little center there. Let's do ear. I'm just going to kind of spread that around. Okay. Get that paint pounced so it's nice and dry brush so it's nice and blended. Alright, a little bit right there maybe. put a little on that little temple. Alright. And our blush is complete. Little tiny bits at a time, guys, and build it up. You'll be happier that way than trying to put it all on at once and then wish you hadn't put so much. Take a little at a time. Okay, I'm gonna bake her. That's the end of this video.